Hello and welcome to an EngView video. We're going to go over a little bit of nesting. So we got all kinds of different layout and nesting options. Today we're going to do a layout where we can create some multiple artboards in Adobe, throw some graphics on them, and actually do a mix of different graphics in the same nest. So let's just jump in. We're kind of getting ready for the Printing United show right now, and lots of cool questions coming in. And so this one actually came in tonight, and let's just go grab, I don't know, a good box. Doesn't need any gluing or anything like that. Pretty common shipping box that you would see. And we can open it up in EngView or AI. Since we're going to be going back and forth in and out of AI, let's start with our AI plugin. And so once this box pops up, you'll see, okay, great. Here's our 3D of the box, and we're inside of Adobe. There's our die lines. We're going to go ahead and edit this in Package Designer for a second so we can just get the size that we want. And if you double click on some of these different parameters, you can see it's going to resize, but we just want to go 5 by 3 by 1.5 high. Okay, let's take a quick look and see what we got. There's your box. If we go back to the initial state and maybe zoom in a little bit, we can play through this and check out how it's going to fold up. So, I like this box because no gluing, everything kind of snaps together, and that end kind of locks in there, so makes it pretty easy. Let's go ahead and let's jump back into Illustrator for a second, and let's create some artboards. All right. And so we are in Illustrator, if I can get over there. And so you can see there's our new box. Here's our die line and our artboard. And so we're going to go and we're going to use one of the EngView articles. This is an EngView plugin here. And we're going to start creating more of these different articles. And then on each article, we want to generate a new artboard. Okay, we can give them creative names. I'm just kind of doing this to be quick, so we'll just call them artwork 3 and artwork, new. So we got 4. All right, so we got these 4 artboards, and right now we are looking at article 1, which is the first one we had over here. And so let's just go ahead and throw some graphics out here. So on this first one, we'll grab this blue flower. I always like to make my disclaimer that I am not a graphic artist. Don't claim to be. I have a hard time drawing stick figures, and the good news is every one of you guys that know how to use this stuff, when you start playing with the software, you can do it much faster than I can. But what's really cool, see, is we just put the flower on there and you can see it real time. And I actually want to take the flower and I want it to kind of come across the side of this box. So we're going to use our replication tool real quick. We're going to say make replication, and we'll click on this panel, and you'll notice it just made a copy. Same thing over here. We'll click on that panel, make replication, and replicate it over there. All right, which is kind of cool, and it makes nice seamless design across that box. Let's just bring out some other artwork. So we'll bring this white daisy out, and we're not going to spend the time replicating again because you know how to do that, and it's pretty easy. So we'll just drag these bigger flowers out, and let's get an orange one here, and we'll drop that out. Okay, so kind of cruising along, and then, I don't know, let's get this big sunflower thing and drag it over, and you'll kind of get an idea why we're all doing this here in just a second. Okay, so now as we come through these different articles over here, we can go, there is our white flower, here is our big sunflower, kind of not so great looking, and there's our big orange flower. All right, so now let's go back into Package Designer for a second, and let's create our layout. And so in here, we're going to drop in, and now you can kind of see. So we have a number of different layout options, and I kind of wanted to make a production of these. I'd like to make 8 each. So we're going to do, instead of our normal the nesting you've seen me do before, I'm going to do single sheet nesting, and I want to say OK. And then in here, I've got all kinds of cool options, by the way. And if you come in here and hit help, you can actually scroll down and learn all about, your allowance and your overproduction, and, all that stuff is spelled out. We got incredible help in here, but everything could be basically made easy for you. But in this case, we're just going to do something pretty simple. We're going to say, hey, I got a 46 by 98 sheet. I got some 1/2 inch margins. I'm going to put a 1/4 inch spacing between my parts. And then let's just say I want 8 of each of these boxes. All right. So now we'll say next. It'll go ahead and go through, kind of do the smarts, and you'll see I've got a couple different layout options. This one kind of intermixes the colors. They both have about the same amount of waste, and so we'll just pick this one, say finish, and now let's get back out of here. So we're going to save, which will launch us back into Illustrator. And now we're back in Illustrator, and if you go to our EngView step and repeat, see we've got this layout. It was just called layout. We're going to generate a bleed offset. This is the front side of the sheet and the back. We didn't do any rear graphics yet. We'll just do the front. And now you'll see, which is pretty cool, is we've actually just done all that bleed work for you. So if we zoom in here, you can see all the bleed offsets are done. Everything's ready. If we go through and we turn off the die lines, there's your artwork. And there's your die lines. We'll zoom back out a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. We didn't add registration marks. We could have added registration marks, but what's incredible about this is just how much time it saves you, and now you're ready to go print and cut. So anyway, that's how we can do multiple graphics on a single nest. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, let us know. Check us out at engview.com. Thank you.